What is up, guys? So today I want to do a tour of my statues and my collection as of the January of 2025, because I've had these for years and I have actually never really made videos on them, and part of the reason why I created this channel is because I wanted to showcase them off more and see how my collection changes over the years and whatnot. So yeah, let's start with the oldest ones. Alright, so right here on the left, we have my very first statue. It's the Sideshow Collectibles Darth Maul Mythos, the original one. It's a 1/5 scale. I think I got it back in 2013. So that's maybe about 12 years now. So what I really liked about it was that I feel like it captured his essence. Maybe not in an acrobatic way, but in a different manner. And I like how you can actually see the body, which was a rare thing back then. You don't ever see that. I like how the wind was dynamic and whatnot. So I thought it showed a certain balance and restraint, and you know, something about to pounce at you, which I really like. And I have him in my favorite pose with the double-sided lightsaber, of course. So I believe later that year I managed to get the Darth Vader Mythos, so 1/5 scale also. Notice I kind of had them kind of paired up such that the wind is blowing in a certain direction. I usually have an acrylic case over it that I bought from a local case seller. I think they're called Chess Ridge. I think they've since changed their name. I mean, it's like years ago. It wasn't cheap too, but I thought it was worth the investment. And I mean, years later I still have it. I think once the box actually split and they actually helped me to fix it. It split because somebody knocked into it when it was on the floor. Anyways, Darth Vader Mythos. I like this because it's in one of the portraits you can actually see his face and his battle damage, which I thought was very unique back then. But I mean, of course, his most iconic moments is with his, you could say it's with his helmet or without, but most of the time you see him with his helmet. I just thought this captured him quite nicely too. You know, one statue to capture his essence in a way. Standing over there, towering on Mufasa, of course. The fire, you can look at all that nice shading. He's holding his cape back. Yeah. For the longest period of time I did have him without his helmet, but subsequently I put his helmet back on. And the point of the way I kind of control my collection is one of each character, and that statue hence has to capture a certain essence of the character, which I really like. So behind it with a bunch of things. I mean, the house is slowly getting tidied up and there are changes happening. Actually, what you see here are actually module cases for my statue. So there's no better time to film it before they come in. So yeah, so we look at the statues first. So 2013, that's what, almost 12 years now. And after that, the next statue I got was the Prime one, the Dark Knight Returns, 1/3 scale. What an iconic comic book issue. And I always remember the iconic fight between Batman and Superman, when Batman would say, and I want you to remember in something, your single lonely moments and whatnot, I want you to remember the one man who beat you. So you can see it's a very brutish Batman, a bit more age, a bit more experience, you know, with his analog kind of style, with his, what do you call it, batarang to scale places, this nice torn and tattered coat, cape. And then you have the mutant leader over here, interestingly posed. So quite a stoic pose, but it's like you can feel him ready to pounce, you know. So that's something I really like about it. Let's look up quite closely. It's an amazing portrait. So I actually got this in, I believe, 2019. So that's like 6 years later, you know. Well, yeah, I was in a different stage of schooling too. You can look at the battle damage, the texture of the classic, you know, the classic Batman suit. You gotta go with it. Utility belt, vibrant nice yellow. You can see his wounds, the glistening, feel the blood. You can feel how fresh. You just feel a sense of strength coming from him, you know? Like a quiet confidence, like he's ready to throw down, lay it all out. Very nice bronze gauntlets here. Yeah. And with his nice cape. All torn and tattered. It's a brawler, you know, it's massive. And yeah. I really like Batman, so I thought 1/3 scale, man, let's go. Yeah, it's 2019. Amazing, man. With the big Batman chess album. Amazing. Alright. And after that, we go here. So 2019, now we reach 2020. So these all came in the year of 2020. When I purchased them, I can't recall, but these are all registered in 2020. They all came in 2020. This is of course the XM line. These are at 1/4 scales. These are 1/10 scale, but they look very nice together. Basically a 1/4 scale kind of setup. So I think I can't remember which came first, but it's all 2020. So let's just start from the left. Let's start with the Transformers. So here, of course, we have the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. We have the alt mode here also, which I thought was a very nice idea. His base is massive, but I like it, you know. I like how it's so Cybertronian, you know. So let's get up close. There's so much detail to him. So we have his rifle. It's angled. Such a tremendous amount of detail. This statue is phenomenal, really. So much detail everywhere. And the face sculpt is amazing. Look at that. 2020, so it's like 4 years now, and it's amazing, man. With the matrix of leadership inside there. I paired him with his knife, his axe here. Lovely bronze color. He has such a nice presence. We have the add piece. You can see it's slightly warped, which really shows a nice sense of detailing. Organic metal. It's an iconic design, you know. I really like the Bayverse movies, but the idea of getting one statue per character, you gotta get the one that, you know, is iconic to you. You have all these tentacles rising. You can see the Energon, Cybertron base, and then we have the alt mode, which is so nicely done too. I remember watching all those G1 toy reviews. You can see, you know, you can really see the transformation, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's take a look behind. Look at that, so much detail. It's amazing. And this pose is his most dynamic, takes up the most space, but, well, you see he's pointing his rifle. I have him with his jetpack. I like to use the accessories as much as I can. Amazing detailing. Let's go. Yeah. Just look at that. The Transformer line is really something else. all that detailing, you know, really brings the character alive. You know, from just a simple cartoon design, and then for the detailing, I feel like it's just nice, just a nice amount. Look at that. Look at those fins that are sticking out. Look at that. And the arms, you can see the cables and whatnot. Wow. It's incredible, right? Every time you look at it, there's just a new detail that pops out. Amazing. And with my module cases coming in, I'll really be able to showcase them much better. Currently my displaying setup ain't the best. I mean, I make do with what I can. I mean, look at it, it's in great condition, so I'm doing something right. But the module case will be the way I hope to display them moving forward. Alright, next we jump to Megatron. We have to jump to Megatron. Megatron. Look at this guy. You can kind of feel the energy, you know? This guy is like reaching out, trying to defend, and this guy just wants to decimate. Really like the red colors. They added in the red highlights with his out mode here. Smaller base, but amazing still. Look at his plasma cannon. Look at all that detailing. Amazing. I really like the red highlights, they work so well. The face sculpt. I'm very happy they actually released this as a bonus face sculpt, because the original face sculpts were all so off for me. I was like, oh man, am I going to get an Optimus Prime with no Megatron? But I'm glad they pulled through with a smirk. This to me is Megatron. His smirk, enjoying, terrorizing. You can look at the detailing, you can imagine the transformation. The way the arms are articulated with the cables are amazing. Look at the ab area, you see the side skirts. Look at that. Of course I have him with his sword, energy sword. Look at it, it's amazing. Look at the elbow. Look at all that detailing. So with the module case, I do hope I'll have to work a bit to see what's the best way to showcase them. But definitely with the inbuilt lights, it's much better. Currently there is no, so usually they are actually all covered up in the plastic, so of course it doesn't look the best. They're currently off due to reasons, so I thought give it a little dust. It's time to showcase the collection before the module case comes in. Because there's something, I lived with this setup for years. Yeah. The red highlights are so nice. They had such a nice pop of color. Megatron with his Decepticon symbol. Just look at that face, man. Look at the detailing, where they put some details. So it really looks like it's comic book likeness, cartoon likeness, but it doesn't translate cheaply into the real life, you know. And then of course you have his out mode. But here, a nice scaled down size. Very nicely detailed too. Look at that. Can you imagine the transformation now, can you? That's what's so amazing about Transformers, man. It makes your imagination run wild. You know, you can see the transformation. If you look at his base, played as a Cybertronian base. Kind of looks like, you know, claws or arms of a transformer or a spaceship. See the planetary part of Cybertron. Look at his legs. Nice pop of red. Look through the kneecap and the elbow. Amazing. Alright, next we move to maybe a little bit more techy, sort of technological. We have Deathstroke, an iconic character. For me, Deathstroke really sang to me. Actually, when he was Slade Wilson in the Teen Titans comic, in the Teen Titans TV show, and then subsequently, when there was the Batman Arkham, one of the Arkham games. This is the Samurai edition, but it fits so well with him, and it's such a beauty. This alternate mask with the peeling off is a crazy good idea. And with the mouth, ooh. Look at it, all that detailing. Even though it's supposedly in a samurai style, it fits. It looks basically like a Deathstroke armor still. You know, you have his color scheme. So I was like, someone that wants to just get one. So I keep saying one of each character, one statue for each character. I feel like this captures his essence still. You can take a look at it, the underlayer armoring. Sam really does some great detailing. It really comes alive. You can imagine how the armor attaches. The knee joint is so nicely done. I used to be so into Gundam, so all these armors and everything, it's super cool to me. And of course, how can you forget? Look at his base. It's crazy base. It's a giant statue of like a Japanese samurai, stone giant, stone demon on the floor, standing on it like he just killed it. It's crazy good. It's so nicely detailed too. Like a stone golem, lovely teeth, wearing a helmet with all this rope and whatnot. And then you can see he's whipping up, about to take out his sword. I would say the way this sword attaches is definitely it's a concern of mine. So there's one thing I'll mark the statue down for, it's that, because it's actually just like friction. So I'm quite scared that it drops down and it's facing downwards too. Look at it. Look at the depth in the armor. Isn't it crazy? Look at the arm. How the pieces come together. It's crazy good. It's amazing. Just think of how much time it took to model it out and whatnot. And then to produce this. Amazing. The side skirts, the little gold details, the orangey color, so Deathstroke. Amazing face sculpt. One side being completely nothing. Look at that. How it goes down to the chin, wraps up, falls away. Amazing. Next, how can you forget? How can we ever miss out? Wolverine. You can tell he's in Japan, or in the Japan town. Nicely fish behind, or fish-like looking creature. Amazing looking base. Really sets you in the world. He's running on the rooftops, about to pounce off. Claws out. What's so unique about this one is you can swap it out for the bone claws as you see over here instead of his traditional adamantium ones. The brown looks so nice in real life. amazing face sculpt. You can feel the gum, the primalness of it. I know lighting could be better, but I hope it still translates pretty good. Of course, when we get a module case, things will look even better. So in this case, you can see the sculpt of the muscle and everything, the texture. So that's where the detailing of XM comes alive. In this case, the rest has all been like robotics and whatnot, the detailing. So here it's the body sculpt. The leather belt, nicely proportioned. The claws, look at that. The uneven texture. Look at that, amazing. The glove. How they strap down to his arm. You have the boots that flare out so nicely. When the base is this detailed that matches the statue itself, you know you're having something great. There's a little accessory there, like a helmet. So I just place it there. The helmet's not meant to be on his head, it's just for the base. As you can see, it's jumping off the rooftop. The back of it is so nicely done. It's one of those traditional koi creatures, koi looking creatures. Nice gold detailing. Look at that zipper. So much detailing. The bottom of the foot. You can see the leather texture. The suit, just like the Batman. Nice texture. The pants. Look at that. The back muscles. So good. Alright. So 2020. The next statue is 2021. Come over here. So it's the Framewars Venusaur, Mecha Venusaur. I actually didn't attach back the tentacles over there. So I actually wanted to get all three Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard, but I decided not to. I decided to stop with this guy. I might plan to pass it on to someone else if I can find a buyer, but I actually also haven't really started listing it and whatnot. So the tentacles by right are flexible to some extent, but I don't dare to move them. So yeah, it's very cool with the mecha. It gives it more depth and detailing. You know, and I think that what translates to niceness in real life. You know, that sense of depth, the sense of realism, niceness. I just created that word. Yeah, I didn't take it out of its case because, yeah, I felt like you could kind of get a good sense of it still. The others, because of where it's placed, you can't really see. So yeah, let's see what else I have here. Over here I have a Darth Vader, nicely sized. It's basically like the size of the XM Studios statues, maybe the size of Batman. Just a nice, it was a gift. I just really like how big it is. I have it still in its box because it actually works nicely like that. Helps it to stand too. So let's look behind. So some of the things are actually hiding behind the display because not really too much. But anyways, for today I just want to document what I have. So we have Mandalorian, we have Pleiades Kai Cloud. There's that nice statue by Prime 1 now, but it's so expensive. This is Advent Children, what an amazing movie. We have Black Knight Grimlock, supposedly the more accurate color scheme, so I wanted to get this version. We have SpongeBob, You know what, let me just move this aside so you can see a little bit. We have evac, which is a USS Singapore kind of exclusive. Because it's the actual ride that the vehicle that you're in when you're riding it. We have a hot shot. We have Kylo Ren, Starkiller Base. Kylo Ren is such a nice, iconic design. Robocop, when the movie came out again, I remember watching as a kid. So when the new movie came out, I knew I wanted to get one. But yeah, Kylo Ren is such an iconic design. It's a pity the story, you know, let's not get into it too deep. But I think many people feel it's a pity for a character of his design to suffer, have such a result. Alright, let's get them lined up again. It's good enough. I think behind here we have one more guy. Nope. Okay. Cloudo. Okay. Here we have Takara told me one of the best toy Optimus Prime. It's blinged out, chromed. Not the best way to display him, but will do for now. I've always wanted one of these as a kid growing up, but they were so expensive. I had money, the movies were over, you can buy them for a good price. Finally this special version came out and I knew I had to get it. I mean, by the time I had kind of more money to buy, we reached the age of extinction line and they're not the same, man. So yeah, nice detailing. You push the lever, there's lights and sound effects, but it's not really important to me, but it's just nice knowing it's there. Iconic design. Next we have, of course, Age of Extinction, well, the last night, Megatron. One of the newer masterpiece, master leader class that I thought was quite nice. Articulation is horrible. Okay, it's not that bad, but it's not very good. But his design, I love knights, so it's very nice. Here is Starscream. When I was in the US, Amazon, eBay, accessible. Thought I'd get Starscream. It's an iconic design, you know. So when the movie came out, it's such a triangular body. Yeah. So let's see what we have behind. We have New 52 Kotopikiya Batman. God, this is a nice gift. I'm very grateful for it. I think behind you have something. Yep. There's a Rayquaza from the Pokemon Center in Japan. Back when, or rather some Pokemon shop. Let's move him aside. Skybite. This was the Transformers series I remember growing up as a kid. Amazing. I knew I had to get it. Behind we have, that's not mine, it's my brother's, so let's not look at it. Here we have Imperial Dramon. Had a bit of a phone issue solved. So here we have Imperial Dramon. This was a Digimon series that I grew up with, so I knew I had to get something that represented it. I actually had a toy of him too, but older version, much more simplified. So it was nice to get something that reminded me of those days. At the back we have the Emperor, the gift I got. So nice to have. It's like an iconic moment of the Emperor too, you know, him shooting his lightning. Let's keep these guys back. So I think with the way I have everything displayed, all the more it's nice to document it, because there's definitely room, there's clearly a lot of room for improvement. And I think that's what will be interesting to see looking back in the future. Because I've had this display set up for years now. I hide some of it to keep it cleaner, But yeah, we have Lego Optimus Prime that transforms. Just chilling out here. We have some Funko Pops with Kylo Ren. These are all gifts. Darth Vader mask. Darth Maul. Naruto. I think this was, yeah, he's trying Rasengan. Nice Stormtrooper. So I used to throw birthday parties and whatnot, and that's where all these gifts came from, some of them. And I really am thankful for them because they do remind me of certain periods of my life. People that were there, people that I still hang with. You know, nice memories. This guy is downstairs. I'll show you next time. We have a Star Wars character, Darth Vader. You can turn his head if you press the button. And lastly, Chewbacca. Next, we go down. Mickey Mouse, iconic, you gotta get it. Darth Vader transformation. And it's partnering, we have Duo Naboo, iconic scene. Here we have, look at that, Tahu. I knew I had to get this. I grew up with Barnacles. I actually thought it was history. Like that was how the world used to be. We have a Countach, my favorite. I have yet to get the bigger one. At the back we have Tron. Light cycle. Here we have Duo on Mustafa. Iconic. This episode 3 to me is my favorite because of this fight and just the fighting in general. I had so much hope for the new movies, but they never lived up to expectation in terms of fighting. I do hope the next Star Wars movies will be better. I really do. I mean, anything Star Wars, I'm happy because it furthers the story. Here we have a look. Land Speeder. Yeah, anything that furthers the Star Wars story is always cool to know. But it doesn't mean the movie will be one that you love. Unlike episode 3. Alright. Let's move to the next display, the final one for this spot. We have my 1939 Batmobile. Good memories from a certain period of my life. We have a gift here, Anakin Pod Racer. But yeah, nice memories. One of my favorite Batmobiles. This is the Batmobile design I grew up with. Maybe in the cartoons and whatnot, the design slightly changed, but it's always this long bonnet, iconic design. And this was the first Lego I built in a super long time that was actually Lego pieces. And this one I fell in love with the Lego system and I realized it's really quite something. Because I grew up a lot with just Technic. We have some Harry Potter ones behind still there. I won't go into them today. They are from Universal Studios. They are not the ones with the funny tip that you can interact with the park. No, sorry. This is not from USS. This is from the Harry Potter exhibition. So it's very nice looking. Maybe next time I'll display it more nicely. We have Voldemort and Dumbledore, the other one. We have some parts, some old kits I tore apart to build next time after washing them. We have this lovely Batwing from the Lego Batman movie. I really like the Lego Batman movie. Kylo Ren Shadow. Super cool design. We have a Justice League, one of Batman's Batmobiles behind. This side is cool because you actually get, I believe you get Batman and I think you get Superman too, and Wonder Woman. Next we have the other Batmobile, the Tumbler. So this came shortly after the first one. This is not the original Tumbler, so I'm very glad they re-released it. Yeah, this is an old gem. Darth Malgus Space Shuttle. I have it now in a plastic bag to protect him. This wasn't cheap. I remember back then as a kid, saved up to get him. I was like, the Old Republic games I didn't get to play, but the cutscenes were crazy good. I think some of you guys know what it is. Yeah. And so that makes me excited for what Star Wars can be. You know, there's so much that could be done. So yeah, that's it for today. I brought a lamp. I kind of forgot to use it, but I think it was still fine. Few things worked out. So Darth Vader over there. We have XM, Batman. Oh, I forgot. There's a McLaren here. The toy car. With my module cases, they'll be up in time. It'll be interesting to see how this space transforms in the future. I plan to turn it more into a loungy place as things get cleaned up. A little gift from a country I went to in the past. Alright, thank you. We'll continue, maybe in another part, maybe in the same video. See you in a bit.